up your cross and follow me. Doesn't leave room for a plan B. Works alone won't save a man, but faith without works is dead. I'm going all in, all in. Stand firm and be counted. Step by step, walk in faith, truth and love. Guide the way, they guide the way. I'm going all in, all in. Stand firm and be counted. Step by step, walk in faith, truth and love. Guide the way, they guide the way. Oh, they guide the way, yeah. It's hard to give into the fight. God's yoke is easy and burden light, and burden light. God's your burden is light. I'm going all in, all in. Stand firm and be counted. Step by step, walk in faith.
Hey friends, it is so good to see all of you and be able to connect with you. Thanks so much for being here. Super excited to be able to play some music for you guys tonight, which of course I will be doing here momentarily. But have some other really cool, exciting news for you as well, like launching a brand new community, and cannot wait to be able to get that going for you guys. But without further ado, you're here for the music, so let's go ahead and start with that, because that's why you guys all came and showed up on this beautiful Sunday evening. So thanks so much for being here. Feel free to like and share this video. It helps me out a ton, and we'll get some more people in here. Feel free to leave in the chat where you're looking in from, or where you're calling in. Sing it loud, brother Bob Campbell. Good to see you, friend. Thanks so much. Donna is over on Facebook. Good to see you, friend. And of course, we got blessings to everyone. Patricia, thanks so much for being here. We'll pop these up over in the corner so you guys can go ahead and comment where you're from, where you're listening from, and we'll get right on going. How about that? I was born to fight for something. I can feel it in my bones. Every day has its moments, chasing rainbows, searching for gold. But I can't shake this feeling. I'm meant for something more. So take a deep breath, hit the road. From this moment right now, to this purpose we were made. Stand up, stand out, walk and live by faith. No one can deny the reason we're still here. So let's make it count. Here's to fix facing all our fears. Oh, 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 oh. Here's to facing all our fears. Living in this moment, feeling more alive. Breath didn't just survive. Every breath is a miracle with no guarantee. Use it while you got it. Life's too short to skip a beat. From this moment right now, for this purpose we were made. Stand up, stand out, walk and live by faith. No one can deny the reason we're still here. So let's make it count. Here's to facing all our fears. Breathe in, breathe out, let bleed out. Breathe in, breathe out, let love bleed out. Breathe in, breathe out, let love bleed out. Breathe in, breathe out, let love. From this moment right now, for this purpose we were made. Stand up, stand out, walk and live by faith. No one can deny the reason we're still here. So let's make it count. Here's to facing all our fears. So let's make it count. Here's to facing all our fears. Oh, 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 oh. Here's to facing all our fears. Oh, 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 oh. Here's to facing all our fears. Oh, yeah. That is the song of the month. Facing All Our Fears came out very beginning. Bob, good to hear from you in Byron, Michigan. And Patricia, stand in faith. Amen. So I had a really cool opportunity this past week. Winter Jam is going on right now with my good friends from New Song. And I can now say good friends because I had the opportunity Thursday to go and hang out with them while they were here in Fort Wayne. And it was really, really huge encouragement to me. Russ was basically the guy I was shadowing pretty much the entire time during the entire event while they were here. And it was just really good to hear from him as a fellow believer and just as a good guy that really wants to do the work of the ministry. And I told him, like, I would love to hang out with you, help me out a ton with being able to focus on what I'm trying to do musically and then also what I'm trying to do missionally with doing music. And so I'm super, super excited because a lot of what he said really touched my heart, and I'm hoping that it touches your guys' tonight as well. This thing, as far as making music, creating it, doing all that stuff, as you've heard I've said before, is to comfort the afflicted and confront the comfortable. And yet this is God's mission that he is doing through me, but it's not just solely my mission. He's actually calling you guys to come out and be a part of that as well. And so I want to tell you all about a really cool thing that is coming. I'm going to send an email about it tomorrow morning that you guys can be on the ground floor of being able to see, and that's the brand new Traders community. Before we get to that, I want to play you the song Traders, or it's called Trade It All, and that's where the name Traders comes from. But I want to play it for you guys so we can kind of get an overview of where, why, and where, and all this crazy stuff. So this is called Trade It All. Traded cards when we were kids. Something we had for something we wished. It wasn't always easy letting go, but once you shake hands, it's all she wrote. I traded it all. Traded loneliness for a diamond ring. No more late nights wondering who she was or if we'd meet. But she said yes when I took one knee. I traded wouldn't trade a thing. Every dream that I traded for this reality, to be a rich man, the fortune could ever bring. I traded it all. I wouldn't trade a thing. Traded my bike for an SUV where I could fit 4 booster seats. Just enough space for the pack and play. Fold up the stroller and we're on our way. I traded it all. I wouldn't trade a thing. Every dream that I traded for this reality, each man the fortune could ever bring. I traded it all. I wouldn't trade a thing. There are things that I miss that I'll never get back. Looking at my life, I'm sure glad that I have. I treated wrath for amazing grace. A substitute took my place. The gift of life paid for in blood. I'm bound for heaven by his love. I traded it all. I traded it all. I traded it all. And I wouldn't trade a thing. Oh yeah, trade it all. And quite honestly, there are a lot of us who've made a lot of trades in life. And one of the biggest trades that I have personally made that a lot of people point out is the fact that I traded my 9-to-5 safe job to pursue this calling in music and comforting the afflicted and confronting the comfortable. And a lot of you guys have been along on that journey for me for quite a while now. We got Glenda, Patricia, can't talk right now. Deborah, yes, I will definitely sing along tonight for you guys for sure. And I'm super excited because what I want to show you guys is this new community that I am creating and have created for you guys. Now, backstory on why this exists. If you've been around the community for a while, you've seen the traders community on Facebook. And I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but Facebook is doing some really wonky things with how people see information, when they see information. There have been times where people literally got posts that I put up there like a week after it happened, if not longer than that. And it really bothers me that I don't have the ability to really connect with you guys as closely as I want to. It just seems like Facebook, again, is continually just putting steps in between me and you guys. And I want to try to remove those steps as much as I possibly can. And so this new traders community is going to be off of Facebook. It's going to be away from that specific platform. I'm still going to be on Facebook. I'm still going to interact with you guys wherever you are as much as I possibly can. But there's 2 main reasons for this new traders community. One, I want to connect directly with you guys without Facebook being in between us. And 2, I want to rededicate my entire music ministry to what it really was designed for, which was to give glory to God. Kind of our family verse, the camp that I went up and grew up going to is 1 Corinthians 10:31. Whether therefore you eat or drink or whatsoever you do it all to the glory of God. And I truly feel like my mission and vision for what I've been doing musically to comfort the afflicted and confront the comfortable is really just being an arm of the local church, just like in my camp ministry days, to where the whole goal was not to become rich and famous and do all this stuff, but was literally to empower God's people to go and be Christ to the world, to go and not just listen to the word, but to actually be doers of it as well. So why a lot of times what you see in the music that I do, like Sing Along, like All In, like even this last one, Facing All Our Feels, it's all driven towards action. And some of that comes from, and maybe we'll get into it later and I can share that part of my life. I'm still hurting quite a bit from it, but some of my own issues with a lot of what I've seen in a lot of American churches where we talk a good game on Sundays and we just hope and pray that people make it through the week so they can just get back on Sunday so we can talk about it again. And yet we've become ineffective for the gospel. And so tonight and moving forward, again, it's not that the mission has changed. I'm just digging my heels in and saying, this is God's ministry and he's going to do with it as he pleases. And so therefore, the second reason why this traders community exists is to really just know that you guys are supporting it and behind it. And this was actually one of the things that I was imparted on as far as wisdom from another musician that was far before my time. And what he did was he requested that if people truly believed in what he was doing musically, that they would just send him $1. And in sending that $1, there were two main reasons for it. One, it helped support what he was doing so that he could go to the next city, to the next gig, to be able to get around and actually go and continue to share the gospel through what he did musically. And second, it also reminded him that there were people that were actively praying for him. So if you're not going to pray for me in my ministry, that's totally fine. I don't want you to send me anything. If you are, then I want you to be a part of this community. And so I can actively see that there are people who on a monthly basis are actually prayerfully supporting me as well as financially supporting me at a really, really low level, because there are thousands of us that if we all take a little bit of responsibility can actually make something really, really cool and awesome happen. In fact, my wife was the one that said, hey, if you can get 1,000 people to give you $5 a month, you could literally go and do 2 to 3 house shows with just somebody basically paying your gas to get there. And that's kind of wild and crazy to me to think that there are so many cool opportunities that we'd have when all of us give just a little bit. And again, I'm not begging or pleading that you have to. It's if you believe in this ministry and you believe what's happening, I want you to be a part of it. So without further ado, I want to show you real quick just kind of what it looks like. And again, tomorrow morning, I will be sending out a link for you guys to be able to join the community, to be a part of it, to start introducing yourselves in it. You'll notice that it's a whole lot cleaner and clearer than the Facebook stuff is. So let me show it to you real quick. And then if you have any questions, please let me know. So this is what the community looks like. It's very simple. I can add more things over here on the left-hand side, but initially, literally is just introduce yourself. My good friend Nathan Miller jumped in a little bit ago because he's a good friend of mine. He uses this platform as well, and he was testing some things out for me. And he's also an awesome, awesome guy. So it's a great way for you to introduce yourself so we can actually get to know who you are, where you're from, and really connect as a community. The second one is announcements. This is a great place for me to be able to tell you guys what's going on so that you always know what's the new thing, what's the latest stuff that's going on, where am I going to be playing shows, when are new songs coming out with links to be able to get to them so that you actually have the ability to be able to see them and not always have to wonder like, hey, like I haven't heard from Matt in a while. Allows you to be able to do that, which is pretty awesome. The next one is ideas. If you have any ideas for what you want to see with me doing stuff musically, videos, songs that you want me to cover, all that stuff, you can easily just come in here, type your idea down, let me know. You can even share photos, you can share videos, you can add different document attachments, or even just share links and then even emojis with people. So it allows you to be able to let me know exactly what's going on. And this is one of my favorite super parts of this whole thing, and that is the prayer request section. Now, I know that for a lot of people, you guys have been super, super helpful. Oh, I'm not even sharing this. I'm sorry about that. Here, let me go back and I'll show you guys what's going on. So I'm going to inside of Facebook, but it's just been on Fridays. And what I really wanted to see happen was for a way for us to continually be praying for one another and being able to actually like support one another. So you can easily put in prayer requests here, and then you can actually leave comments on it. So it would be a great way to be able to come in here and say, hey, you know what? I see your prayer request. I just want to let you know that I prayed for you. And then be able to leave your own prayer requests so that we can actually support each other as a community all together. And then, of course, over here, there's some links that allow you to get to my main website, the merch store. If you want to support above and beyond what it is to be a part of the community, you can do that. And then, of course, the soundboard. When you click on it, the soundboard is actually pretty cool because it allows you to be able to see this specific little place where you can then like make requests for There's Power in the Blood, the year 2023 physical CDs, which we now have, Christmas song with dad puns that I'm still working on. So all I have to do is click make a request, put your title in, any details that you want to, and be able to do that. So I'm really, really excited for this community, again, because it allows me to expand and serve you guys better. Now you may be wondering, like, what is this, learning thing that's up here? The discussion is the main thing. The learning stuff is actually where I can put in different things for you guys, to where I can do like mini courses specifically on a song, or be able to do a walkthrough of like an entire album, to where it's like, hey, here's all the stories for this specific album. So when you open this up and you guys have access to this one, it allows you to actually be able to go through a handful of different videos that tell you more about who I am, why I do music, why I write, and what does this mean for you, and then also like where my official social media links are, so you never have to worry about whether or not if it's actually from me. I put all that stuff in here so that you would know that when you're communicating with me, it's actually me and it's not somebody else. And of course, I can get in here and change this. So if something were to change, if my Instagram gets hacked or my Twitter gets hacked, I can easily go in here and change this so that you guys can, with confidence, know that what's in here is the truth, that this is exactly like where to go. And then, of course, how you can best support in here as well. You can see that article. So I'm super, super excited because I really do believe that this is going to be a great way for us to be able to connect here going down the road, and then also to be able to encourage one another and create a community that can continue to grow without being handcuffed by tech companies that are going to want me to continue to pay just to be able to reach out to you guys. Not that I don't want to pay to reach out to you guys, but I would rather be a good steward of my finances and what I'm doing musically so that we can reach more people, instead of trying to just be able to chat and connect with you guys who we want to actually chat and connect. So super, super excited about it. Glenda said, awesome ideas. Fantastic. I'm so glad that you're on board. Patricia, amen, Matt, you're an inspiration and blessing. Thank you so much, friend. And I hope that long-term goal is that I don't want this just to be about me. This is about us and what we do as a community. And ultimately where that whole video idea thing is about, a little bit about me, so you can kind of get to know who I am. My hope is that I can actually start interviewing you and your guys' stories and be able to put those in so that people can actually get a chance to meet you guys as well maybe do some interviews that other people can be a part of. So this is going to be the main hub of activity around everything that I do musically, and where we can actually get a chance to be able to connect on a much deeper level. So again, I'm going to send an email out to you guys that will have all the information about how you can get connected with it. And again, to be a part of the community, there is a monthly fee. And that monthly fee, again, is specifically because I covet your prayer as I continue to do music ministry. Because I do view this as a ministry, as how God has gifted and designed me to go and impact the world around me, and to encourage believers to start interacting with and wreaking havoc on the world around them for the cause of Christ. And that's something that I'm standing firm on. That is the reason why I do what I do. Every opportunity, every song that I write, every time I take a chance on something, it's so that I can help further the gospel and encourage believers to go out and actually be salt and light in the world. So I'm super, super excited about that. Janet, good to see you, friend. Thanks so much for being here. So someone earlier, I think it was Patricia, had asked, no, it was Deborah, had asked specifically for, and I will tell you right now, it's kind of weird, but I don't know. You guys can probably actually see that. You see that bump on my finger? So I've been trying to stay away from bar chords because I have to place my finger all the way across, and that has been hurting for the past 2 weeks. And I think it's a blister of some sort, but I'm not 100% sure. It just kind of showed up. And I'm trying my best not to pop it because I need to do a bunch of bar chords for the song that's coming out in March. And I'm working on recording that right now for you guys. So I'm going to do my best to do sing along, but I'm going to do it in a different key so that I don't have to play any bar chords. So if I screw up, which I might, there's a good chance I might. But that's the reason why, is because I'm trying to not continually hurt my index finger, which that may have been too much information for you guys. And if I just gross somebody out and you had to leave, I'm sorry. But it is what it is, and I'm not going to complain about it. It just makes things a fun challenge, as it were. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I've seen it countless times. Things don't turn out right, like nothing we had planned. But in the chaos, don't forget, this was made for more than this, and this is not the end. Every person has a story, every story is a song. Sometimes all we need is just to sing along, so sing along. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. In your joy or in your pain, in your heart when it breaks, life was never meant to live alone. You were made to come alive, even when it's not alright. You know I feel it too. Every person has a story, every story is a song. Sometimes all we need is just to sing along, so sing along. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Whoa, oh, oh, oh.
Your story is a song, so let's sing together and have everyone sing along. Every person has a story. Every story is a song. Sometimes all we need is just to sing along. So sing along. Whoa, oh, 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 oh,
Oh, yeah. Deborah, great request. Thank you so much for that. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Of course, Deborah, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. So yes, new community coming out tomorrow for you all, and I'm super pumped about it. Again, because I read a really cool book. And one thing that annoys me about technology. Now, granted, I'm from a generation where we're supposed to love technology. It's been a part of our lives basically since the beginning. And I will say this, I love technology because it allows us to connect. However, there are some drastic pitfalls of technology where the connection still, it never is going to replace human to human interaction face to face. However, my goal is to try to utilize technology so that at least we can connect on a human basis so that you actually genuinely feel and believe that you're connecting with me. And that's the reason for this new community, is because I want to connect with you. I want you to connect with other people in this community. There's a lot of awesome people that are in here. I want Janet to be able to meet Deborah, to be able to meet Patricia and everybody else that's here, because you guys are awesome people. And I really do feel like even, Bob and Glenda and the rest of you guys that are here, the ability for you guys to be able to encourage one another. That's one of the coolest things ever, is to actually be able to see the body of Christ be able to wrap their arms around each other so that we can encourage one another to go and share the gospel with other people and to be the salt and light that the world needs to be able to see. And I feel like on some level, we maybe have gotten so fragmented and removed from our mission that it's now become something that the professionals go and do, and that us as regular lay people and just people who go and work on a daily basis, that's for the preachers, that's for everybody else. And I'm here to tell you, like, my goal again through music is to help you see that you were created on purpose with a purpose, and that your boring daily life is meant to go and impact the people that are all around you on a daily basis for the gospel. And that's why God's called you where he's put you. For so long, I've, felt like maybe I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And it was actually the marriage retreat that my wife and I went to, that I was leading worship for, that the guy who was actually preaching, who's a good friend, had actually said that when you read through the end of Ephesians, which is what we're going through, we're talking about the armor of God. When you get to the end of that and you read what Paul's prayer request was, it wasn't that, hey, pray that I get out of prison. His prayer request was, pray that God would use where I am to impact the people around me, that the message will go far and wide because of my situation. And I feel like so often I've felt like maybe my mission just isn't accomplished yet. It's not here yet. I need to keep reaching for it and striving for it. And I'm always going to be somebody who's going to try to get better, because I want to be a good steward of the gifts God's given me. However, God can still use me in amazing and miraculous ways, just as he can use you here and now, right in this moment. And it doesn't take you having to go halfway across the world to be able to do that. And that's why I'm super, super excited to kind of rededicate this whole music ministry and everything else that I'm doing specifically for the cause of Christ, which is why it's always been here. But I feel like maybe I've shied away from it a little bit too much. And so I'm super excited for it. Donna, so good to see you, friend. I appreciate you being here, and Deborah as well. So thank you guys so much for being here. I do want to play some more music for you because that's why you're here, and that's why I play guitar. So I wanted to do some ones that maybe I haven't done in a while because there's so many good songs, and I just and one of them, let's see here if I can pull it up real quick. I have that one here. Let me see if I can remember this one. Thought through 1,000 ways. This blindsides me and leaves me saying, told you that you were crazy, helplessly in need of saving. Coming and started running, but fear creeps by and keeps telling me there's no way this all works out. And I've certainly had my doubts. I could be wrong, this turns out right. Could be left for dead or right on cloud nine, so I'll be brave and give it a chance. 'Cause I'm committed either way this ends. Yeah, I'm committed either way this ends. I could pull back and only give half, destined to fail before it began, as I lean in and give all I have. Maybe small, but I've got a fighting chance. Maybe small, but I've got a fighting chance. I could be wrong, this turns out right. Could be left for dead or right on cloud nine, so I'll be brave and give it a chance. 'Cause I'm committed either way this ends. Yeah, I'm committed either way this ends. Ships were built to sail, though some may still fail. There comes a time we all must leave the dock. Are you coming now? But I could be wrong, and this turns out right. Could be left for dead or right on cloud nine, so I'll be brave and give it a chance. Could be small, but I've got a fighting chance. I could be wrong, and this turns out right. Could be left for dead or right on cloud nine, so I'll lean in and give all I have. 'Cause I'm committed either way this ends. Yeah, I'm committed either way this ends. Oh. Love that song. So much fun. Deborah, yes, please go back in time. Donna, God will use you. Yes, and he will use you guys as well too, for sure. Janet, love that song so much. Thank you so much, friend. Let me do something kind of fun. Let's go back, and I'm gonna play you a song that maybe some of you have never heard before. So this song was written, and it's one that actually I need to record, and I haven't yet, because life got busy and I did a bunch of other recordings and stuff instead. But this song was actually written specifically in honor of my grandmother, who had passed away several years ago. And it was a really hard time for my family. And the reason being was my grandfather had passed away a couple years previous. And my uncle had literally passed away. Man, I'm trying to think. Like, I think it was December that he had passed away, and then my grandmother had passed away end of January. And I was doing a song a week during that time. And so I was writing a brand new song once a week and then just kind of putting up demos of them. And then the goal was at the end of the year, I'd go back and record some of them. And I ended up getting stuck on another project and that sort of thing. But I actually had the opportunity to be able to play this song for her at her memorial service. And this was the first song that I wrote this year or that year. And it was specifically because of a conversation, the last conversation that I had with her. My parents had handed her the phone. They were down visiting her while she was in the hospital. And she was just very, very concerned of two things. One, that I would remain faithful to the Lord, in that I told my kids that their great grandmother loved them, and that they would be raised up to follow Jesus just as well. And it was kind of sweet, bittersweet as we had that conversation, because I told her that, during that, she was really concerned about us kids as a legacy. And my other great grandmother, actually, the same conversation, that one of the last times that we had with her was specifically, she wanted to make sure that everybody was following the Lord. All of the grandkids were following the Lord. And it makes you think, as you get towards the end of your life, when death is on your doorstep, what is the most important thing? And I am honored to be able to say that my grandparents, the one thing that they wanted to make sure that their grandkids were doing was following the Lord with everything that they had in them. And so I had an opportunity to be able to, I wrote this song in her honor before she had passed away, and then was actually asked to sing it at her memorial service. And so this is called In His Arms. Through the years of faithful service, she left a strong legacy, always praying that we would follow and serve God above all things, in the presence of the Savior, fully clothed in righteousness, in the arms of her Creator, where no pain or sorrow live, where no pain or sorrow live. When time had come to say goodbye, her concern was soft and sweet. Follow Jesus and never wander, for He's worth everything, in the presence of the Savior, fully clothed in righteousness, in the arms of her Creator, where no pain or sorrow live, where no pain or sorrow live. We will miss our dear grandmother, but we know this is not the end.
With her last breath, she did leave us, but now she's more alive than she's ever been. And now she's more alive than she's ever been. In the presence of the Savior, holy the Lord in righteousness, in the arms of her Creator, where no pain, sorrow live, where no pain, sorrow live. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout victory. We'll sing and shout victory. 'Cause in the presence of the Savior, fully clothed in righteousness, in the arms of her Creator, where no pain or sorrow live, where no pain or sorrow live. Man, I love that song. Yeah, so that's called In His Arms. It's not officially recorded yet. It is one that would love to get the funding to be able to make that one happen. It would be that one needs to come out, and it's funny to me because there's so many times I forget that there's these songs that exist. And actually, it was my wife the other day that had asked, "Have you ever thought about going back and re-recording some songs that you've already done? One, because they're already written. Two, you've gotten so much better since you did them that I think someone would be good to go back and redo it." And I was like, you know what, I really probably should. So that one is definitely one that needs to be recorded. It has not been yet, and so we'll get it done. We'll make it happen. I actually wrote it back in 2018, believe it or not, which is kind of crazy. So with that being said, I appreciate every single one of you guys for being here. Glenda, thank you so much. Deborah, Janet as well, and Donna, thank you guys so much for being here. Bob as well, and everybody else who's been a part of this. If you haven't yet joined the community and get emails from me on a daily basis, you can do that at the QR code up over here. And again, tomorrow morning, I'm going to be emailing out the way for you guys to be able to join the brand new traders community. I'll show that one more time. Just see what it looks like and how cool this thing is going to be. So it's basically, this is it. It's real simple, clean, and easy. It allows you to be able to come in, introduce yourself, be able to get to know some other people that are here, be able to see any of the new announcements, like Facing All Our Fears, that brand new song that just came out on February 9th. There's going to be another song coming out in March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December, as well as some other cool stuff that's coming. But this will be a way to be able to see exactly what's going on, be able to share your ideas with me, whether you want to do it in the soundboard for other people to be able to vote on, or just being able to share what's on your mind. And then the cool part is people can come in and comment and be like, hey, I really like this idea. I think you should do it, that sort of thing. And then, of course, be able to, lay your heart out and let us know exactly what's going on in your heart, so that we actually have the ability to be able to pray for you and be a part of what's going on. So again, our main homepage is just here. It has all the different posts that are here, the introduce yourself, where you can come in and even comment and say, hey, that's so cool. I'm in your area. It'd be cool to get together, get coffee, and be able to encourage each other in the ministries that we have going on.
You get announcements, pop your ideas in here. And then, of course, you can also see all the different links and things that are officially Matt Fawcett links. So you don't feel like there are people trying to steal you or your information. So I'm really cognizant about trying to make sure that you guys feel safe, that you feel supported, and that you feel loved. And I just feel like what's going on right now with the whole Facebook world and social media stuff, as I will still continue to be there and doing the best I can to support that community, I want to try to move all my efforts here where we can connect a lot easier. You guys can connect with other people, and we also know that it's real people, because I can have a lot more control on who gets in, who doesn't get in, and make sure that like we're not going to have a bunch of bots spamming my stuff, which has been happening on a pretty regular basis right now, which is frustrating because I want to take care of you guys. I want you to trust me, and I trust you guys, and it kills me when something that's out of my control allows me not to be able to communicate with you on a timely manner or basis. And I feel like it erodes the trust that you guys have in me. So that's why I want to make sure that this community is a part of it. And again, the community is going to be a small payment to be able to get in on a monthly basis. And a lot of that is, one, to get rid of the bots. But two, the two main reasons are, one, I want to know that you guys actually support what I'm doing. By supporting what I'm doing, and it's not a huge, crazy amount. It's low enough to where, and I'm still trying to, and maybe you guys can tell me, it'd be really easy just to set it up for like $2 a month. And something that pretty much anybody would have the resources to be able to do, nothing crazy at all. I've been encouraged by some other people to make it $5 a month because the value that I offer and everything that I do would actually be worth way more than just doing it for $2 a month. And again, my goal is not to try to keep people out that need to be a part of the community. My goal is to make sure that, bots don't swipe credit cards unless they're somebody else's. And so I want to make sure that that's part of it. But the other main reason for that too is I want you guys to be cognizantly in prayer for me on a consistent basis. And not just because I covet your prayers, but because I need your help with this music stuff and God's guidance in my life to make sure that I'm doing and making the right choices moving forward. Because there's a lot of crazy things out in this world, and I covet your prayers more than anything else because I understand that I'm a fallible human being, and I need people that are around me that are willing to put me before the throne and say, hey, God, protect him, protect his family, use his ministry in a way that honors and glorifies you, and keep him humble. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I need to be humble. I need to be humbled, and I need to be continually putting the forefront of what I do, comforting the afflicted and confronting the comfortable before the eyes of Scripture and before God's eyes, so that he can guide and direct my steps. Because I am more concerned that I'm doing his will than I am about trying to make somebody else a bunch of money. And so I want your support, but I also want your guidance as well, and your constant reminder of me needing to be a good steward of the finances that I have, and I want to be a good steward of what you guys want to partner with me in ministry to do. So tomorrow morning, I will send that email out that will allow you to be able to click in and go and be able to join the community, because I want you guys to be there. I want you to be a part of it. It is something that I'm starting from basically scratch, which is kind of crazy because we built the traders community on Facebook up to about 1,700 people. And those are all legitimate people who got in there, some who participate, some who don't. But again, I just feel like I'm not able to communicate and connect with people the way that I want to. And that really bothers me. I want to invest in your life. I want to be a part of it. And I want to be able to give you guys a lot more resources too. And you guys can let me know if this would actually be valuable or not. But my dad, who is a business professor at a local university or college, I would like to actually see if he'd be willing to do this. But I thought about putting like a small video course thing in there for free for you guys. And again, like this is me promising his his expertise, but I want to do stuff that actually serves you guys in a practical sense. And I know my dad has shared a ton of wisdom with me, specifically when it comes to finances, on being able to budget well and that sort of thing. So I think it'd be really cool to be able to do some sort of a video project that I can put in there for you guys. That's a video training on how to be a good steward of your finances, and be able to have other things in there that are not just like, hey, listen to this music, go do this, but actually things that literally like serve you on a day-to-day basis on how maybe to connect with your neighbors or how to have conversations with people that you may be uncomfortable with starting, and basically like trying to do everything that I can to support you guys as you go do the work of the ministry as well, wherever God has planted you. So I really do want it to be something that can really help everybody who's a part of the community. And again, the reason why you're part of the community is because the music brought you there, but I want it to be more than just the music. And so I want to end with this, and this really is one of the most important things that I can talk about, specifically because this falls in line exactly with my heartbeat for my music ministry. I'm a whole international artist, and what that means is I go around, and when I play shows, when I do different gigs and that sort of thing, I always have the opportunity and the privilege to be able to share about Whole International. And Whole International is an organization that is being the hands and feet of Christ to children around the globe. And I would love for nothing more, as we've worshiped tonight, as we've played songs and sang together, I would love nothing more than the ability to comfort the afflicted and confront the comfortable, to extend far beyond what we've done this past hour. And you can easily do that by sponsoring a child. Let me pull this up real quick because I believe I have a QR code that you guys can actually go to that will allow you the ability to be able to sponsor a child tonight if you are so interested in doing that. And again, this is not meant to guilt trip anybody in doing anything that they're not, planning on doing already. The whole reason and point of this mission-wise is specifically because I believe that when God calls you to something, He will give you the opportunity to be able to see it through. So if you believe that God is calling you to, sponsor a child tonight, which would be absolutely awesome and fantastic. I want you to do that, and I also want you to know that God will fully give you everything that you need to be able to make that happen. This is definitely something that's a personal choice. Again, if you want to think about it, that's totally fine. I'd love for you to sponsor tonight, so that you can actually start changing a child's life starting today. And the coolest part specifically about that is the ability to be able to get to know the child, the ability to be able to hang on. So if you want to sponsor a child, you can put your camera up and actually go to that link. That will allow you directly to go and sponsor and change the child's life tonight. The way Whole International works is they try to keep the nuclear family together. They're a very family-centric organization. So your donation on a monthly basis actually goes to a specific child and their family. My wife and I specifically right now are sponsoring a child because their parents weren't able to be able to keep care of her. So she's right now transitioning into looking for adoption. And so my wife and I are supporting and sponsoring her so that she can actually be able to have food, have clothes, have training, learn about who Jesus is, all so that when she is adopted, she'll be able to have a fantastic life, and not just a fantastic life, but have an opportunity to go and serve other people as well, because of how Jesus can change her life. Whole International was started by Harry and Bertha Holt because they saw a need, and they saw after a war-torn country had just been ravished, all these children that specifically needed help. And so I'm honored to be a part of Whole International. And again, this is so much more important than any song that I write and present to you guys is really the ability to be able to change a child's life. So I'm super, super excited to be a Whole artist and to continue to let you guys know about who they are, what they've done, and what they continue to do, and allow you to be able to partner with them in ministry as well. So if you're interested in sponsoring a child tonight, please go. When you do sponsor a child, I will send you a hat for free. So all you have to do is just screenshot your congratulations email. Thanks so much for sponsoring this month. And then just email that over to me and let me know what address you want me to send you a hat to. And I would gladly do that. I would send 1,000 hats out to people to know that there are people who are willing to run towards people's disaster and pain, to be able to trade momentary comfort for ourselves, to be able to give a child a chance at life. So please go scan the QR code, check out Holt International. Feel free to vet them as much as you want to. I trust them wholeheartedly. I sponsor a child through them, and I'm super excited to be able to give you guys the opportunity to be able to do that. And like I said, this is a ministry that is very, very close to my heart. I would love for it to be close to your heart, but I also know that God's called us to different ministries as well. And so if it's something that you don't feel comfortable with doing in a month or two, that's totally fine. I would love for you to sponsor a child. And I also know that if God truly wants you to be able to do that, he's going to make it possible for you to be able to do that. So super excited to be a part of that and want you guys to go and connect with Holt International and make a huge difference in a child's life tonight. So thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate every single one of you. Look for an email tomorrow about being able to join the traders community. And of course, we'll be talking a whole lot more about Holt International and being able to sponsor a child. My goal, and I have a phone call with Lori at Holt International. I would love to figure out what the number is of how many children need help, and I would love to make all of them have somebody that can help. So I really, really appreciate every single one of you guys for being here tonight, for supporting me, and for loving on these kids as well. You guys are awesome. Appreciate everything that you've done for me. And thank you so much for those of you who have been and are continuing to pray for me and what I do through this music ministry. Just appreciate all of you guys for your love and support. And I look forward to continuing to make music, supporting you guys, giving you as much content and help as I possibly can as I steward my gifts the best of my ability. I hope that you steward yours as well. So you were created on purpose, with a purpose, and my goal is to write and create music to help you live and walk in it, to comfort the afflicted and to confront the comfortable. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Sunday night, and look forward to that email tomorrow morning. And I can't wait to see what we can build this community into and really go wreak havoc on the world, specifically for the gospel of Christ, so that in all things that we do, we may give glory and honor to him. Thanks so much. Have an awesome night, and we'll see you guys soon.